Wantrepreneur hacks, how to set up your video studio. Homemade. Let's do it. Let's roll. Megatron. Camera equipment. So you want to make like super cool videos when you're starting, and this is a common mistake among beginners, myself included. So the first thing you do, like out of your instinct, is to go for the best, the latest and greatest equipment out there, and then you realize that you don't have such budget, like to buy lights, to buy cameras, lenses, all the setups, backdrops, whatever. So this is called actually the fear of gear. For camera equipment, do not overcomplicate it. The important thing here is to really get your message across. So just look around you. There's already really good devices, those little devices that everyone has in their pockets nowadays. I'm talking about smartphones. Smartphones or iPhones comes with a really good camera built in that actually will give you very good quality. In fact, my cameraman is actually holding a smartphone right there. Hey, what's up, Bobby? There's no one, my cameraman. Now let's talk about the other, if your budget allows it, the other options are DSLR. DSLR cameras are actually very popular nowadays around the vlogging industry. Which the one that I'm using right now is a Nikon D5300, and actually it gives pretty good quality, although if I had to start again, I would not get a Nikon D5300, and that's because the vlogging industry actually prefers, for some reason, Canon, and it seems that they have a little bit more features. And one of the things that I also read is that the Canons provide a better autofocus built in, while the Nikon it's kind of getting in there, especially the model I have. I mean, I have to use the manual focus to keep it neat. If you're still not in a position where you can get a DSLR, we'll go with your iPhone, go with your smartphone. Again, what you need is just get your message across. That's it, man. Now let's talk about tripods. These three-legged structures are really useful if you're trying to get really good quality. At some point, you might come to the conclusion that just using a stack of books is not gonna cut it. So that's actually how I recorded my first video. Just like using Amazon boxes to kind of put my camera in between, because I didn't have a tripod back then. But I mean, if you're doing that, do what works for you, what makes sense, while you get to upgrade little by little. Now, if you're still sticking with the smartphone strategy, then let me tell you that there is a great mini tripods that you can get. And take a look to this one. It's actually a mini job, so mini jobby tripod, and what it makes it really cool is that you can basically just bend and manipulate the legs to put it in whatever structure you want to, like put it on a fence if you want to make like a shot on top of a fence, or maybe you just put it on a bike, I don't know. Or you can put it on your face. No, that doesn't work. And there are other options with Gorilla. They also have tripods for DSLRs, which are a little bit bigger. Unfortunately, I don't have one to show you, but I'll put the picture somewhere, or I try to find a picture. I've seen that a lot of bloggers use it instead of grabbing the camera, because it's a little bit awkward when you're blogging. They will fit the tripod into the DSLR, and they use it like from distance to get a better shot of their face and the background. So check those tripods. I think they're around 30 bucks, and they will need like an adapter so you can actually sit the camera into it, and that's around 20 bucks. So we're talking about 50 something USDs to get that set up. Let's talk about audio. Audio is really important, and I didn't realize that it was that important. It's actually as important as video nowadays, because if you have like the most gorgeous and amazing and stunning video, but the audio is really hollow, or I don't know, it's poor, people just don't want to just hang around to watch the rest of the video. If you have to invest in one specific area for your video marketing, really consider audio one of the wise investments that you can do. And what you're hearing is a lavalier microphone. This is this thing right here, but this one is actually a wired microphone. It's pretty cool. I think I've used it for the last 5-6 videos, and it's actually pretty comfortable. The cable, it's pretty long. I don't know, it's like 10 feet or probably more than that. And also you can plug that same cable into your smartphone, and you'll get a much better quality instead of getting like all the noises in the room, which is a big deal. It's BYM1. Your other options for microphone, guess what? Yeah, you guessed it. Is actually your smartphone microphone. If normally these do pretty good in areas where there is not too much noise. If there's a lot of wind, then it could be a little bit challenging. But if you're in a closed area, they'll do fine. The shotgun microphones. A shotgun microphone is actually a directional microphone that it's more like it works in a short range. But it actually captures the sound waves that are pointing into that direction. You need to be close to the lens, to the camera, or to the smartphone. I know that there's a few options also of shotgun microphones for smartphone, but you might want to check that out. Rode is a good brand that it's a little bit pricey. Again, we're going back to how much is your budget, but they have microphones that goes around $200, but they will give you amazing quality, like podcast quality. Is part of making the experience more engaging for the viewer. Lighting, another important aspect for your videos. Really, lighting, it's what makes these videos looks beautiful for bloggers or whoever that it's doing any kind of video marketing. If you want to make it visually engaging, you have to learn how to set up and kind of take advantage of lighting, right? The best lighting that you can get is free. That's natural light coming from the sun. If you want to record a video, don't follow my practice, which I normally record my videos overnight, because that's when I have a chance to do it. But use the sunlight, record early when you have still really good lighting. That will really help. That will tremendously help with the video quality. The other option is go for artificial lighting. Let me show you which kind of lighting I have. If you can see, or you can see, that's not a UFO. That's actually a halo ring light by Newer, and that was around, I think, $30. I don't know, but it's really cheap lighting. But I just fixed that with the tripod, the cowboy tripod stand, and it really gets the job done. I mean, the quality that you see is provided by this single halo or light. So consider getting one of these. Then last but not least, editing software. Software is also a really good investment. There's a few free software available. That one of them, if you're a Windows users, you have the Windows Movie Maker available. That will help you to make basic editing and nothing crazy. The other option is Final Cut for Final Cut Pro for Mac users. I haven't used that, but I heard good stuff. That it's a really good software, and it's you have to pay a considerable amount. So what I personally use is Adobe Premiere, and that's on a membership payment. So you can pay, I think, around $30 a month. And I mean, this software is amazing. I took a quick Linda tutorial and a few YouTube videos, and I learned how to do like basic editing. Another option that actually Amy Schmidtire, hopefully I got it right, sorry Amy, but she recommends Adobe Spark, which is completely free, and it comes with a lot of templates, and I heard that it's really good for editing. I'll probably use it on one of my videos so you see the kind of quality that you can get. out of it, but Adobe Sparks, it's another option. So before wrapping up, we have talked about camera equipment, audio, we talk about lighting, we talk about tripod, and finally editing software. So with these 5 components, you can start setting up your studio. And when I'm talking about studio, don't think that I'm referring to a very fancy studio. Actually, you have just start with something. If your content is good, people won't care. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm pretty excited because this is the first video that I do for wantrepreneur hacks, and I hope you like it. Consider subscribing and check out my blog for further notes on the whole video setup thingy, and talk to you soon. Trying to play with one leg because I have to sustain the guitar, and it's really painful. Don't try this at home, boys.